Sebastian Vettel grid penalty. Why did F1 star get penalized at US Grand Prix? Vettel's chances of keeping his World Championship hopes alive took a huge blow in practice as he looks to keep pace with Lewis Hamilton. Can win his fifth world title in Austin tonight by finishing 8 points above the Ferrari driver. Vettel will have to start from fifth on the grid after being hit with a three-place grid penalty, and Express Sport is on hand to explain exactly what happened. Updates: Lewis Hamilton goes for fifth world title. Why has Vettel been given a grid penalty? Vettel was slapped with a three-place grid penalty for speeding during a red flag in practice. The German was summoned to the stewards for not responding appropriately to a red flag period in the opening practice session at Austin on Friday. Practice 1 was interrupted by a red flag when Charles Leclerc spun his Sauber and rejoined the track by going through the gravel that led to stones being scattered onto the track. Red flags were thrown, but the stewards deemed Vettel did not slow down enough between marshalling sectors 6 and 7. Was it the right decision to hand Vettel a grid penalty? Sky F1 analyst Paul Di Resta, who drove for Williams last season, sympathized with Vettel's demotion. This year there's a new hard rule and the drivers have got a certain amount of time to slow up, explained Di Resta. The FIA say you've got 2 zones to get to that speed, but if you're at the end of the first zone, you've got less time because you're going to get to the end of the second zone quicker. That's where it's difficult. I feel for the drivers. Vettel slowed, it's just whether the delta is a bit too quick. When I look at that from a driver's point of view, I would say that is definitely slow enough and he's taken the appropriate action. Yes, it's safety critical, but he slowed sufficiently for a Formula 1 car. As soon as he saw the red lights, he reduced his speed. All the drivers will be on Vettel's side on this. The rule needs changing. It needs to be tweaked. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner added, "It's not a good regulation and it's not a good penalty." We're over-regulated as a sport as it is. Mercedes chief Toto Wolff gave his verdict, saying, "For the championship obviously it's not good if Sebastian gets a penalty, we would obviously want him there and put on a good show. I think we need to talk about it. The safety of the stewards and of a car that's in the barrier is super important, but we need to look at the regulations because we want to get rid of the penalties. Merging those two is not a trivial thing."